No. You
Yeah.
guys aren't hearing
And
what
this is
I'm
why
saying.
people say you're getting paid to do this. You know what I mean, Dan?
No, because I'm giving you factual information, not opinion. They had 6 points through the first 3 quarters in the Big Ten title game.
Against Ohio
That's
State,
a fact.
look up who their defense is. Look up what that
I'm
that's like one of the
aware
greatest
their
defenses
defense,
in the history of
but
football. And
I'm
then what did
aware
he
that
do?
defense.
Then what did he do, Dan?
Hey, it's Dave Chapin. Welcome to the Wolf Sports YouTube channel. The 2026 NFL Draft is within the month, and unfortunately, you have to be careful going against consensus. I've been under the weather, so apologies if I sound off, which I probably do. Debates during NFL draft season can get out of control. Too often, it stems from prospects being pitted against each other, which isn't how it should be. For example, if you like one player as the best at their position, many mistakenly take that to mean you dislike another prospect. Naturally, that happens often at the game's most important position, quarterback. The Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson debate from 2018, you might remember, remains crazy to look back on. If you thought highly of one of them, people automatically assumed you were low on the other. The analysis out there was less about taking each of them as individual prospects and more about comparing them or bringing one down if you like the other better. We're seeing similar things with this year's draft. ESPN analyst Dan Orlovsky has been going viral, just happened last week, and maybe that's the point for him to go viral, but this take did sound sincere from what I'm seeing for going against convention and naming Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson as his top quarterback prospect over Indiana's Fernando Mendoza. I should mention that, and this is part of the issue many are taking with it, both Orlovsky and Simpson are rep by the super agency CAA. There are millions of dollars at stake on a few different levels, so it's understandable that people are going to question motives. In today's world, you're kind of naive if you don't. But again, I'll assume Orlovsky is sincere. It's not like 2 years ago he was proclaiming Bo Nix, also rep by CAA, as the best quarterback prospect, which he easily could have done looking back on, despite what the haters said and what Nix has proven. Still, it's crazy how much the consensus will shout you down if you dare go against convention. Being a one-year starter is far from ideal, but Simpson does have a lot to like about him, and this is where things got off the tracks a bit. In the Pat McAfee segment that sort of blew up, Orlovsky didn't do himself any favors by wondering what big games they were talking about Mendoza playing in when he just helped the juggernaut Indiana squad win the national championship. So it's understandable that McAfee and his guys were outraged with Orlovsky. Overall, Orlovsky was more reasonable in another clip I saw of him just focusing on why he likes Simpson, and that's not what he did there with McAfee. To be clear, I don't think the 2026 quarterback debate is the same as 2018. Allen and Jackson were rare dual threats as prospects with plenty of experience who have proven to have the ability to carry teams like we envisioned at Wolf Sports as, frankly, I think the only ones to like them both as elite prospects. I'm not sure Mendoza and Simpson will be team carriers at the next level. That's not to say they can't be excellent pros. As I always say, this is a team sport, not an individual one, as much as people want to make it all about the quarterbacks today. But we are seeing similar things play out, as we've seen every year. Not to focus on the McAfee thing, because you see where they were coming from, but more so the fans that maybe don't watch or pay attention like they do are certainly quick to pile on for this type of thing. It happened with us for Allen and Jackson in 2018 when compared to the other quarterbacks as prospects as well. For example, people would be like, you like Josh Allen better than Josh Rosen? No one's going to take you seriously for thinking that. This was when we were first getting started. If you don't believe me, just go and look back at how the geniuses laughed at and ridiculed the Bills for taking Allen over Rosen. Casual fans heard this and assumed what they were hearing was, quote, right. Most recently, it happened a couple years ago with Bo Nix, who we've talked about a lot on this channel. You think Bo Nix is the top 2 prospect with Caleb Williams, better than Drake May, better than J.J. McCarthy, better than Penix? You're an idiot. That was basically the thinking. This also extends to when these guys hit the league with stupid comments like Sean Payton would drop Bo Nix off at the airport if it meant he could have Drake May as his quarterback, which one of the so-called experts actually said before last season. As much as revisionist history happens, early in his career, Josh Allen, people were saying was a bust and everything. The craziest part about all this is these harshest critics of anyone who strays from the acceptable rankings of prospects haven't shown they can scout themselves at all. And when this harsh criticism, again, the people laughing their heads off at Allen getting picked, stuff like that, when they're wrong, there's no reckoning. This isn't meant to defend or agree with Orlovsky's take. I'm taking this situation on more of a macro level, disagreeing with the consensus, not for the sake of doing so, but by thinking for yourself, is what leads to major hits, like Josh Allen, like Lamar Jackson, like Bo Nix. Groupthink, it's just not the way to go. That's proven to be the case. What everyone supposedly knows has been proven wrong time and time again. So yeah, let this be a warning sign. Somebody straying against convention, they can turn out to be right. It's not Nobody knows for sure what's going to happen. It's not just the highest rated prospects are automatically going to be great. So just be careful this draft season. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Thank you for watching.